Practice run.
How are you?
But in large part with help from Trek and our industry here and other local advocates. I started my job in January of last year, and around March of last year, after the National Bike Summit, John and others said, we need to hold a state summit. I said, all right, let's do it. You know, you don't know what you don't know. Well, in 5 weeks, we planned the first ever statewide bike summit to gather people like you from our 72 counties, our 99 assembly districts, and 33 Senate districts to gather in Madison to get organized. We organized it in 5 weeks. 450 people came to Madison. And what did we ask for? We had a summit the first day and then a lobby day the second day. We asked for 3 things. We wanted increased funding for bicycle infrastructure to try to reverse that trend that I showed on the graph there. We wanted something known as complete streets legislation, which says that bicycles and pedestrians should be accommodated with automobiles. It should be the rule, not the exception. And this is innovative legislation that is being attempted to be applied throughout the country. We asked for that. And we also wanted to protect bicyclist rights. There were multiple instances, where bicyclists in urban settings ran into an open car door because the vehicular operator didn't notice that a bicyclist was there or didn't think of it, and the bicyclist was ticketed. So what happened? Within 60 days, each 3 pieces of these legislation was passed. Wisconsin was one of the first states in the country to pass complete streets legislation. We had one of the best statutes in the country. Now, I know a question is going to be asked when I'm having a beer out there. Is, hey, there's this road here. Well, the work is not done. You know, the DOT has to write the policy. The work is not done. The work is never done. So we came to Madison. We joined together. We proved that we can do it. What we've done in the intervening year and what we continue to do is we do bicycle plans for communities. We work with school districts and Safe Routes to School program. There's a great program here in La Crosse. And we try to connect with what you're doing locally. We want to be that organization that's the umbrella that's trying to pull all these different interests together, because we cyclists aren't joiners. Join is a word that's been used a few times tonight. We don't tend to be joiners. Why? Because we can just get on our bike and enjoy the freedom and the beauty of being out on our bike. But now I would say is the time to join, and we're trying to work with people across the state to consolidate our efforts and move things forward. And we're going to have a state summit April 21st and a lobby day April 22nd. We're very excited for 2 main features. We are going to have the lead bicycle planner of the city of Copenhagen give a talk about Copenhagen's development. And he's going to be in Wisconsin that whole week. And then we're going to have a group of Wisconsin leaders who will have just returned from Europe tell their story of what they saw in these great bicycle cities. I think some great stories will be told. As Marvin said, the real significance of events like this is the networking and the connecting with other leaders across the state. So please come. And get involved. We talk about legacy and leaving a legacy. We can leave a legacy. I would put to you that our opportunity is to really live our legacy rather than leave one. Who wants to leave a legacy? You have the opportunity now to live that legacy. It's wonderful to see what's happening here in La Crosse. I can't wait for the 2011 Bike Summit, and congratulations to you for getting organized. And that's my cell phone number. It's on my card too. Contact me. And with that, I want to invite John to come up, president of Trek Bicycle Corporation. Thank you very much.
Pointer option. Try that one.
There you go. Going on.
Here we go. All right, I just want to thank you for having me here tonight. This is an amazing turnout. When I was growing up, my mother liked to help out with a lot of different causes. And I learned from her. She was involved in Meals on Wheels, and I'd go out and deliver those meals with her. And we had the Thursday night, she would do the mental health hotline. And so from 8 to 11 o'clock, people would call in, and my mother would be solving their problems in the kitchen. And I'd kind of overhear those conversations. And then my mother, 30 years ago, was one of the first great recyclers. And so we would keep all of our papers, and we would keep all of our cans, and none of the other kids would have to do this, and so it'd be kind of a strange thing at our house. And then we'd load them up in my mom's station wagon, which probably got 4 miles to the gallon, and we'd drive 30 miles to deposit those papers. But the lesson it taught me, and it really instilled, is to whom much is given, much is required. And I was fortunate that my father started a bicycle company. I've been able to work there for my adult life. And one of the things that we do at Trek is not only build the best bicycles in the world, but we like to use the bike company to do good things. And there are many good things that we do, but you have very few opportunities when you can combine the business that you do with a product that can do so many amazing things. I've spent many days over the last 12 years talking to people about the bicycle, and I'm so happy to be here tonight. I put that the bicycle is our greatest opportunity. It's something very simple, and too many people look at the bicycle as a toy, or they look at it as something that's a little simple, and really it can do amazing things. And that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. If you really take a look at what's going on in the world, there's 3 or 4 major trends that are happening. And they're happening all around us. The first one, which I don't think you get a lot of here in La Crosse, is traffic congestion. And whether you're in Madison, going through the Isthmus, whether you're in New York, whether you're in DC, where I was 2 weeks ago, whether you're in Amsterdam, whether you're in Tokyo, the world is choking with cars. And the amount of congestion that a lot of you don't have to deal with is something you should appreciate, and it's happening all over the world. The second thing is urbanization. For the first time in history, there are more people that live in cities today than live in the country. That is a trend that's been happening over the last 40 years, and people are predicting that it will continue for the next 40 years. The third thing, which is something that everybody is aware of, is what's going on with the environment. It's amazing when you take a look at the pollution that is being caused today and what is coming at us. I don't think people really understand what's going to happen in the next 10 years. But the way that Americans consume, that is what so many of the other countries in the world aspire to be. There's a simple statistic that a Walmart in southern China last year sold 4,800 air conditioners on a single Saturday. That's what's happening in China, that's what's happening in India. People aspire to live like Americans. And when you take a look at it, it's not just air conditioners. The largest market for cars in the world today is China. The environment is changing. We hear about it all the time. But we'll soon hear what we can do about it. Now, the last trend, which is one that's close to home here in Wisconsin, is happening all over the United States. And it is the world is getting fat. And if you take a look at it, just here in the United States, and let's take a look